Hey Aries-taurus, welcome into your Cancer season forecast here at Cusp of Roses. My name is Gabrielle. For anybody new to the channel, welcome in. For those of you returning, welcome back. And special shout out to all my channel members tuning into this message early and ad-free. I thank you all so very much. And I really do appreciate you for your love and support. If you want to become a channel member for exclusive viewer perks and bonus readings, you can join at the link in the description box below. Okay. Another straightforward message here, Aries-taurus. So make sure you also tap into your fellow fire earth readings for this season. They all seem to be running on a similar theme, but just in different ways. For you, Aries-taurus, you're going to have to trust what your higher self is telling you. Your higher self is trying to guide you in a certain way, Aries-taurus, but I feel that you're a bit resistant to that guidance because you feel like you just can't trust it, but you can. Okay? You and Venus, for whatever reason here, Aries-taurus, you might want to tap into your Venus placement, see where Venus is in your chart in comparison to where Venus is right now in the sky. Whenever you view this, I have free natal chart calculators in my description box. Venus is trying to work with you on something. I'm getting more or less Venus is pulling you through something. It might require you to give up something or sacrifice something or like let something go. It could be pride. Aries-taurus, where your higher self and Venus is trying to guide you to, you might be in your pride and maybe in your ego around, which is, again, I'll say it on my channel a million times, it's normal, natural, and very human, but it's something that it would be ideal for you to surrender so that you can witness, they're giving me, witness what your higher self is trying to say. Okay, so there's a lot of higher self communication happening. Four of Swords at the bottom. You're getting clear communication. It's just, do you trust it? Which really means that you might not trust yourself, Aries-taurus. And again, that's a part of the journey, learning how to trust yourself. It's the next step, though. Like, it feels like it's a part of a manifestation that you've been working on, you've been asking for, or that has always been meant for you. There's a lot of destiny floating around, fire and earth energies. So by you resisting your higher self, you are somewhat resisting what's meant to be. Yeah, it's giving a little bit of ego and pride, okay? So your ego and your pride might be challenged a lot during this season. Tell me more. What's going on for Aries-taurus during Cancer season? That's a big chunk. Hold on. You got the Nine of Wands. Come on. Your Ten of Cups, the Hermit, and Judgment. I'm going to keep it. Yeah. See how come my deck is a little tight? Like the cards are clumping together. That's kind of the resistance I'm picking up here for you, Aries-taurus. Out of the Nine of Wands, though, I understand. You might be at your wit's end with something. You might not feel like you have enough energy, maybe even enough mental space with the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You might be overthinking what something might require out of you. That's interesting. Oh, expectations. Okay. It could be the assumption that there's an expectation to meet that's keeping you from stepping into something, keeping you from this hermit call, from judgment. It's almost like the divine is calling you up a mountain, Aries, Taurus, and at the top of the mountain, you see your Ten of Cups. But to get to that top of the mountain, yeah, it definitely was a journey. I think it's that climb that you might be resisting. It's like, I don't want to climb that mountain just for me to see something I don't want to see. But you're overthinking that. The divine wouldn't call you up a mountain to climb, or wouldn't give you a mountain to climb to show you anything less than a Ten of Cups, a Ten of Pentacles. So not only your trust in yourself to make it up that mountain, but your trust in the divine and following through, or giving you what your higher self, maybe even what your dreams are telling you is for you. Tell me more about this judgment call for Aries, Taurus, and Cancer season. What's the judgment call? The Eight of Pentacles. Get to work. Focus up. Any work that the divine calls you to do on yourself, in your world, is always worth it. Don't psych yourself out of it just because you think it's going to be hard, or you have the assumption that it's going to be hard. It's not always hard. But it also, that maybe challenges your definition of hard and difficult. Because that's also something that you're creating for yourself. What you deem to be difficult. Yes, Seven of Wands. There's that resistance. You're avoiding focusing on some sort of detail that the divine keeps calling your attention to. Don't ignore what the divine is showing you. The Lovers. Page of Swords. Give it a shot. See how it'll work out. Explore. Experiment. It's really a change in your mindset. Seems to be common here with the fire earth energies in Cancer season. Ace of Cups at the bottom. Again, the divine is not going to call you up a mountain. You can call that mountain any sort of challenge to show you anything less than a Ten of Cups or a Ten of Pentacles. So you assuming that you're going to get to that top of the mountain and not see something worth it is maybe even stemming from your own sense of self-worth. Yeah, I know, we're going there. And it's okay. But it's something that you got to look at. Clarify this Nine of Wands. Oh, you know what else? Chiron's moving into Taurus during Cancer season. So, yeah. You might feel a little wounded through Cancer season. But that feeling of woundedness isn't to really show you your weakness. It's to show you what you need to strengthen. And I know that's kind of the same thing, but it's not to kind of call you out on anything. It's just to highlight something for you. Show you something you can't see from the bottom of that mountain. Clarify the Nine of Wands. Thank you. Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that's just the message, Aries-Taurus. The only thing you really have to do is the work. Simply put, you just have to do the work. Six of Swords. Yeah, it's like your mind is trying to make something more difficult than it actually is. But that comes from this Nine of Wands. There could be a little tinge of, why can't it just already exist? Why do I need to work for it? If it's mine, shouldn't it just happen? Shouldn't it just be? No. Just for a short answer, no. The divine can absolutely have something with your name on it, but that doesn't negate the fact that there might be some work you have to put in to get there. This isn't about silver spoon, silver platter. This is about your tree of life, to put it in a broader sense. This is about why your soul is here. What is your soul here to learn? Learning requires problem solving. Learning requires information absorbing. It requires effort, work, focus, intention. It's like, as much as you want to just snap your fingers and already be at the top of that mountain, that's just not how it works. I'm trying to tell you, you want to be the King of Pentacles. Like, yeah. Can't we just bypass the Hermit and you can just make me the King of Pentacles? Like, no. Because if you don't do the work, yeah, it's like math. You could know what the answer is number-wise, but how did you get there? What was the critical thinking and reasoning skills you used? That's really all math is a measure of, especially just in school. Yeah, you could pull out a calculator and just do the numbers, but what was the process? It's about mental processing, problem solving, critical thinking. That's what's on display when you're working out math problems. Or yeah, that's what needs to be on display. That's what the divine is trying to get you to see. You know the answer, but I need you to critically think about how to get there, because that's really where your treasure is. That's really where what you want and what you desire is found. It's not at the end result, it's in the journey getting there. Because sure, the divine could drop you off at the top of that mountain, but you won't appreciate the view because you didn't climb. This is about having appreciation. Like, yeah, this is about gratitude. This is about humility, Aries Taurus. This is about humility. Don't be above the work. Tower. Right. Sure. You could take the fast track up that mountain. You could take the little ski lift, I guess, or elevator, whatever. But as soon as you reach the top of it, you're just going to fall off. Because what you didn't see is all the steps that you climb actually builds your air capacity, because you're having to breathe at new altitudes. Your muscles get used to it. Like, there's a whole process that you skip out on when you don't take the stairs. And so you'll get up in that high altitude and pass out and fall off the cliff. Fall off the mountain. Because you didn't build the stamina to get up there and sustain being up there. So that's what your higher self is telling you. I'm only confirming that. I'm not telling you something your higher self ain't pointing you to. I might be telling you something you don't want to hear. And that's okay too. Okay? But it's the truth. Four of Swords. And you know it's the truth because this has been told to you either in a dream. You've had conversation about this. Somebody said the same thing to you already. Or you'll know that I'm telling you the truth because that's about to happen. It's about to get confirmed through someone else. Okay, the Three of Wands, right. You want the covering of the divine. You want something that is divinely aligned, but you're not willing to do the work for it. That's a mismatch. Listen, I just heard this. Please don't take offense to it. You can't bully the divine into giving you what you want. The divine can't be bullied. Take that only if it resonates. You can't demand the divine to do something for you that you're not willing to work towards. It's a classic example. You want cake? You're asking the divine for a delicious, wonderful, sweet cake. The divine will give you the mix, the eggs, the butter, the chocolate chips or whatever you want to do, the frosting, the sprinkles, all that. And be like, okay. You're going to resist that ingredients because you want the cake already pre-made. Expectations. I'm trying to tell you. The Emperor. I expect it because I'm the Emperor. Be careful. Be careful. Because haughtiness in an Emperor energy is going to knock you off that throne. You're going to knock yourself off. Nobody's going to have to come and take it from you. You're going to knock yourself off. Just like I'm saying, you're going to fall off that cliff because you didn't take the stairs. You didn't allow your body to adjust to the changes. So you won't be able to be up there for long. You're going to pass out. And this is where, too, I feel like I have to say sometimes, especially here in Tarot Land on YouTube, just because a particular major arcana is connected to a certain zodiac energy, don't let that get to your head. Okay? So yeah, you could be Emperor energy, but just because that's the highest one of the highest manifestations of your energy, it doesn't mean that's where you are. So you start over-identifying with the Emperor, and you start getting in that entitled energy, you're going to get humbled every time. Because that's not what you're the Emperor for. The divine isn't giving you the Emperor energy to ascend into for you to be entitled. Okay? Love you. Love you so very much. Want what's best for you always. Keeping it a bean and a buck always. I know. Especially on this cusp. That's the whole point. The cusp of power. Yeah, you're powerful, but how are you going to learn that power? How are you going to yield it? There's requirements. There's things that come with it. There's responsibility that comes with that. You can't shirk the responsibility and maintain the power. Despite what the world wants to tell you. That's the quickest way to fall from grace. The quickest way. And we see it happen all the time. You get a little too high in the heart, a little too high and mighty, a little haughty, tower come. Because that's not why you're there. To be a tyrant or a dictator. Okay? Or simply, I just heard, or bossy. Don't be bossing people around, Aries-Taurus. Not everybody needs a boss like that. Don't do that. Check yourself. Okay? Show me the Nine of Wands. I know. I know. You don't want to hear it. Strength in the star. I know you don't want to hear it. I know. But you need to. And don't twist my words either. Some of y'all love to do that. It's okay, though. I get it. And here, you can do that all day. You can make believe whatever you think this is saying to you and tell me I'm full of shit. Sure, okay. But the proof will be in the pudding, as it always is. Strength in the star. Right, you got to build the strength to hold the pinnacle. You got to build the strength to be the King of Pentacles. It's not just an automatic just because that's your highest ascended energy. You actually have to do the work. You have to have the strength to get in alignment, to overcome your own ego. And that's what you don't want to see. I totally get it. It's like, nah, that's not what I want to hear. Okay, there are plenty of other channels in this beautiful YouTube world that will tell you what you want to hear. Go over there if that's where you want to be. Totally fine. But over here, Cusp of Roses, we focus on the truth. It ain't always pretty. It ain't always easy to digest, but it is there and it's needed and necessary. And that's my task here, to give you the truth that I see. That's very clear, that you see too. Even if you want to ignore it, you see it. But that's on you. Spending your time trying to figure out a confirmation, I can't. Come on now, don't play with it. Don't play with me. Don't play with the divine either. You can't force a story that don't fit. You got to do the work, Aries-Taurus. Yeah. Plenty of people that will tell you what you want to hear. But I'm not in that business. Okay? I'm going to give you what's written. Every trip. 8 of Wands with the Magician. You could try to manipulate it all you want. You could try to work around it all you want. It isn't. It's only going to lead you to the tower. Every time. You could try to get up that mountain any other way but the steps. You will always fall off. Okay? And in truth, if you do that fast track up that mountain, again, you're not going to be in position. You're not going to be in position to actually do what you need to do on that throne. You would be deceiving yourself and deceiving others. And the divine isn't about deception. So you got a wish. You have a desire. You got to start putting in the work, Aries-Taurus. There's just no way around it. Okay? And you would be cheating yourself, really. And like I said, some of y'all are going to get confirmation of exactly what I'm saying. So you don't got to believe me. It's going to be confirmed in your world. Someone going to tell you the same thing. Especially if you watch other readers, they're going to say the same thing to you. But your heart got to be open to that. Which requires humility, Aries-Taurus. It does. And a good emperor is humble at heart. So don't just focus on being the emperor. You want to focus on being a good emperor. Not just wear the crown, but be worthy of it. And not just from your own point of view, but from the point of view of everyone around you or others. And not that that ever matters, but do you see what I'm saying? It's like somebody wants to self-appoint themselves just because it sounds good. It makes them feel better. They don't want to actually do the work. So even if you self-appoint and you get on that throne, it's never going to fit. Like, it's just... Okay. You want to meet that tower? You want to keep getting kicked off the cliff? That's your business. Yeah, the child within. That's who this is. It's your inner child that wants to feel worthy. Wants to feel grandiose or above it all, or like you're better or whatever. And this is common. It's normal that depending on how you were raised, what was told to you, how you were conditioned to believe and think about yourself, this could come from a lot of spaces. But it's the inner child that wants that claim to fame, to feel worthy of something, when it's like you gotta find your worth within you before you get that. And just because other people have gotten that claim to fame without the worth or feeling worthy doesn't mean that that's how you're supposed to get it. Other people get to be this and take shortcuts and cheat, and they're still there. That's other people ain't your business. Other people ain't your path. Like, that's not your path. So clearly the divine is saying, if you want that, here are the steps to take for you. Don't worry about what other shortcuts someone else is taking, because I guarantee you their time will be cut short. So what the divine is trying to give you is something that will last, have longevity. But if you're not interested in that, keep falling off the cliff. Can't nobody stop you. Okay? You do what you want to do. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, okay? Collaboration, partnership, and friendship. That's really what you want. You want to feel worthy of... Somebody wants to feel worthy of connection and partnership and friendship, or wants people to want to collaborate and be friends with them and partner with them, because there's where they get their worth. That's that second house. And people aren't going to want to be my friend if I don't have X, Y, and Z. I got to have the new this and the new that, because people will then think I'm cool, because then now I get to have friends because of what I have, as opposed to who you are. So you might be coming out of that mindset where who you are doesn't matter. It's about what you got. Don't get caught up in that. Try your very best. Some of y'all might already be, but a lot of people put on to what they have to make themselves feel like they're somebody. Because I got this, I got that, you know. But are they actually somebody? Just because somebody has something don't make them worth knowing. You want to be worth knowing, Aries, Taurus, not because of what you have, but because of who you are, which is already inherently worthy. You just have to discover that. And you're not going to discover it by gaining all these appearance and aesthetics of an emperor. Because once you tap into that inner emperor, everything already aligns. You don't have to have the aesthetics. People will see it. Okay? You won't have to be the loudest in the room for people to know you're there. People will feel your presence. You don't have to announce yourself. It'll just be felt. That's what you want, but you gotta work to get that. Yeah, come to... I'm trying to tell you, come to me. Attract like a rose, receive and desire. You're trying to pull something into you when you need to go to it. Yeah, I want to be attractive. I want to look like somebody that people want to be with and be around, as opposed to being somebody that people want to be with and being around. Those are two different things. You don't want to be somebody that's tolerated because of what you got. Oh, yeah, we just put up with them because, oh, they pay for this and, oh, they got this and they can get access to that. You don't want them type of friendships and partnerships and collaborations. You might think you do, but you really don't. It's shallow and hollow. Leaves you more empty than you started out. Like I said, the blueprint is within. The next step... Come on, brothers. I didn't even read it. Brothers of the Rose in reverse. Sacred masculine in reverse. Protection in reverse. Support in reverse. You being in that attract like a rose, receive and desire, which in truth, no shade, no tea, is you being in feminine energy, is attracting the opposite of what you actually want. You're going to call in people who don't hold anything sacred, who can't protect nothing for shit, and don't genuinely really want to support you. They just want to take from you. But you're going to call that friendship. You're going to call that collaboration. You're going to call that partnership. Oh, look at all these people who want to be around me. Yeah, why do they want to be around you, though? Desire ain't enough. Why? Right. We are nature in reverse. Not to be grounded, not to embody, and not for connection. Earth energy in reverse, materialistic. And don't get me wrong, I know there are some people out there who they don't care about being used for their material. They love it. Use me, pimp me out, abuse me. Because that means I'm somebody to abuse. I'm worth it. Some people get excited when they get scammed. It's like, oh, wow. You thought I was worthy of scamming? Wow, that really does it. But that's a warped ass energy. You don't want to be that person. Trust me, you don't want to be that person. Nothing good ever really comes out of those situations. Yeah, heart healing, emotions, and time eases. You can't expect to be in the lover's energy if you're not willing to heal your heart. If you're not going to open up your heart, if you're not going to do the work you need to do. You're going to attract what you are, which is something that is closed off, materialistically focused, not interested in genuine connection, more focused on aesthetics and appearing to be something. You're going to attract fakers because you're being fake. Don't shoot me. Just giving it to you. The way I'm seeing it and feeling it, you're going to attract fake people because you are being fake. Okay? That's that Seven of Swords. You're going to attract deceivers because you're deceiving others, pretending to be an emperor when you haven't done the work to be the emperor. Like I said, a true emperor, humble at heart. Devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. Those are your next steps. Focus on how you can be more devoted. That's that Eight of Pentacles. Focus on your humility. Four of Swords, Six of Swords, Star energy. Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Focus on humanity. Okay? And focus on grace. But you learn that through climbing them steps. Yeah. Creations realize, right time, and celebrate. It's like, stop trying to rush your time, Aries-Taurus. You're delaying the time by not doing the work. It's like, I should have been this and I should have been that, but you didn't do the work to get that. So how could that have been if you didn't do the work? Again, you just think because of, well, I'm the emperor. Well, right, you got to earn that. You got to earn that. Okay? You want people to really say yes? You want to be able to say yes to the right partnerships. Being in that distorted emperor energy, you'll say yes to anybody who's willing to inflate and stroke your ego strength. And that's exactly what they'll do to get what they want, and exactly the same thing to do to stab you in the back, throw you off the cliff themselves. Like, there's no loyalty that's going to come from that. Please don't go into situations like that thinking you about to get somebody loyal. You're not even being loyal to your own process. So how are you going to get, how is someone going to be loyal to you when you're not loyal to yourself? You're resisting your higher self. You're not loyal to that energy. How are you going to get anybody loyal around you? Because people who are loyal are going to pick up on that and be like, I ain't coming around. Nope. Yeah, surrender to the mystery and trust. Some of y'all, you're just afraid to know what's on them steps. You're just afraid that you're not strong enough to get up those steps. Again, mind over matter. You're way stronger than you're giving yourself credit for, but you won't know that until you put it to action, until you find out. Again, the divine ain't gonna give you nothing, aries-taurus, that you can't do. That would be pointless, to put you in a situation you couldn't succeed in. But how you look at that situation is what's going to determine whether you succeed or not. That's what's under your control, your mind. Okay, healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. A lot of trust. Like I said, thank you, Divine, for those confirmations. Like I was channeling. You don't trust. You got to work on that. Right. Who you would be attracting in would be ungrounded, unembodied, disconnected, unprotected, non-supportive, definitely not sacred energy that aren't going to help you do a goddamn thing. They ain't going to hold you. They ain't going to have your back. Again, there's no loyalty there. As soon as that resource or whatever you were putting on dries up, they gone. That's what you want? You want to be left high and dry? Or do you want people who, no matter what you have, show up for you? Yeah. That's the work. Like I said, it's ancestral work for you. The blueprint is within. It's the next step. Confirmation. Like I said, your next step is devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. That's what you need to get into the 8 of Pentacles around. You want to be the emperor? That's your blueprint. You're not interested in doing that? Then don't look to be the emperor. Yeah, release the petals. Transformation, shedding, and all change. That's exactly what has to happen. I'm going to leave it there. I really do love you, Aries-Taurus. I know sometimes our readings get a little tough, but you need that. Okay? And again, I'm in the business of truth. I'm not in the business of stroking egos and fluffing nobody. I'm going to give it to you like I see it. Keep it a bean and a buck every time. You want to go to a channel where that might not be the case? You have that choice. Okay? It's okay. It's all right. But I do love you, and I really do hope that this was helpful in some way, or will be helpful in some way when you choose to receive it. If you want a personal reading with me, this felt very personal for you, you can book that at cuspofroses.store. Those links are in the description box below. Make sure you also check out your merch while you're there. Okay, if you feel like I tend to tap into your energy often through these messages and you want a monthly personal reading with me, the Royal Rose Club personal reading memberships will be revamped by the time you see this. Go explore, go check that out. Join for whatever session you want to do with me every month, okay? Can cancel at any time. It's there and available. Thank you to everybody who's already a Legacy Rose. Shout out to y'all, okay? But I thank you so much for being here, and as always, I appreciate your love and support. Let me know your thoughts about this message kindly, okay, in the comments. And if you want to stay private, just leave your favorite rose emoji down below with some sparkles, okay? And if you're a member tuning in and this resonated, use those custom emojis if you don't want to share the specific details, all right? This is a safe space for us to all learn and grow. Receive the energy if you want to. Thank you for nurturing our community and our sanctuary here with your comments, likes, subs, and hypes. Other ways to nurture our sanctuary are also linked down below, okay, for energy exchange opportunities. I appreciate y'all. And I'll see you next season. Love you lots. Namaste.